Welcome to the 11th episode of the Live and Unlearn podcast with me, Katie Carwan. Today I have a special treat for you. I have invited one of my key mentors during my career, Frykman, to listen in to his views on unlearning, both helping me unlearn but also unlearning himself. Per is a true pioneer in the area of personal professional reputation management, and he helps professionals like you and me understand and trust how we are perceived by others professionally and use that to make the most of our potential. So without further ado, let's meet him. Welcome to my podcast, Per.
Thank you, and it's a privilege to be here, since I really enjoy these short sessions.
Yeah, and I'm excited too, because to be frank, I have no idea what you're going to share with me and us today. So I can't wait to learn more about that. And the topic, as you know, is unlearning. And I've been curious about two angles into that perspective when it comes to the meeting between the two of us, because I've known you now for 13 years. And without exaggeration, you have been one of the most, if not the most, significant mentor for me during these years. And I also want to take this as an opportunity to really thank you for being part of my journey. So thank you, Per.
It's been exciting and a privilege to follow your journey, because you have explored your reputation a couple of times, and it's been really exciting to follow that journey.
It's an interesting choice of word, that exploration, because it is. I have no idea. Every time we do that, we're almost about to do it for the fourth time. Every time we do it, something new, surprising shows up, and I can't wait to do it the next time.
No, and it's interesting just to follow the taglines. I mean, your reputation in one sentence, because they really say a lot about you and the journey you are on.
Yeah, I'm curious today because you have been, as I mentioned, a mentor, both formally and also a bit informally. I wanted to give you a question in advance. Believe me, I have no idea what you're going to share right now, but I wanted you to think about me in a different way. You have been helping me to zoom out and to become braver, in my own career. And I wanted to learn, when you reflect back the relationship between the two of us, I wanted to learn what in your mind you have helped me unlearn. So seeing from your perspective, what, if anything, are you aware that you have helped me unlearn about myself and my behavior?
Well, that's quite an interesting question, and I mean, I can only hope that I have assisted you with unlearning traditional ways of promoting and sharing your professional contribution and accomplishments, trusting the perception of others. And I mean, that's all about reputation and knowing your reputation.
And there was more.
Also about unlearning what I call the CV focus on expertise, instead to getting to know instead those crucial soft skills that transform it into successful action. And according to various reports, they generate 85% of the results. And I think of reports from World Economic Forum, from Google, and from LinkedIn. Having this transformation, just focusing on expertise into also focusing on the soft skills, I think that's a wonderful experience that I can see that you have made.
Wow, I have several things popping, when you share that. And first of all, the first thing you mentioned about me not second guessing anymore, but I can trust the feedback in the way that you help me share and demonstrate my potential. That is so true, because I had a tendency previously to always question and second guess what I believed other people, thought of me or how they perceived me. That might have been maybe the most important trigger for me to really, I would say, become braver. And I used to be one of those people who hid in the middle. I didn't want to stand out too much. And right now, what you're showing is that you helped me unlearn hiding in the middle, so to speak. And the second one is really interesting because not trusting or relying too much about the resume when it comes to sharing my expertise and being looked upon as a candidate for certain things. It's quite interesting because I work a lot with contacts with people who are looking for new jobs, of which creating a powerful resume or CV is an important part. So this is so interesting. I understand the power of not focusing too much on it, and still in the marketplace, it's still something that seems to be in demand that I need to meet in certain ways. And in that, he made me see something for the first time, another insight. I think you're right. I think I've learned the power of not relying too much on a resume, even though it still needs to be there for some formal reasons. You've helped me understand the power of everything that is currently not in most people's resumes.
And I mean, expertise is important, it is crucial. But what is more crucial is those soft skills that transform them into action, into successful action. And I think we need to get to know those soft skills because, I mean, as I said, they generate 85% of the results. Your network, people around you, they see those soft skills much better than you do. And I think the best tool to get to know them is to know your reputation, as you have done 3 times now.
Yes. To summarize, if I hear you correctly, you see that you have helped me unlearn to how I used to see myself in the eyes of others. You helped me unlearn how to promote myself in terms of my expertise. What I really love about the work that you do with reputation management is that you've helped me see how I can convey the potential and set expectations forward. Do you agree to that?
Yes, that's a good summary, actually.
Well, thank you. And I hope you will still help me unlearn more things because I still have a few miles to go.
It will be a truly interesting journey, I assure you.
Now, I'm curious about you, Pat, because as I mentioned in the beginning, you are a true pioneer in the area of personal, professional reputation in terms of individuals actually being able to share how they are conveyed, how they are seen in the eyes of others without being too fluffy or too vague. It's quite specific, and you have a wonderful way of building a summary and a tagline that lands well with not only the receiver, but also the people who are taking part of that. Having that gift to the world in terms of helping others think differently about their career and their potential. What about yourself? Are you now yourself on a track of unlearning something? And if yes, what would that be?
I am actually constantly challenging and learning different management myths, as I call them. I mean, like you are never better than your last project, which to me, it's something that's a myth right now because everything today builds on expectations. So I would say that you are never better than your next project. And just to challenge all these myths, to unlearn trusting in them, is an exciting journey for me. But I think what I'm really unlearning right now is unlearning persuasion, trying to persuade everyone about the power of reputation, because I see the results, I see how important it is, but trying to persuade people doesn't help. So I'm switching from persuasion to instead trying to inspire people to discover this wonderful area of reputation. And that's a big shift for me, because I always tried to persuade people and it didn't help.
Well, thank you for sharing that. I'm thinking, you know, when I look back during the period that we have known each other, I can see that you have made a shift. And I'm really, yeah, I think I need to invite you back at a later stage to learn what happened and how far you have come down that unlearning path. It's much more powerful when you're able to inspire people into action instead of trying to persuade them. And I'm very much fond of, walking the talk and people who are demonstrating what they're teaching in different ways. And you are one of them in my eyes, because you are also subject to analyzing your own professional reputation. And you probably won't have an idea what it will be, at the end of the next time you're going to do that. That's what I call walk the talk. And I can't wait to see the next version of your own reputation, Per.
No, that will be really interesting, because I have followed my own path. I mean, also done it 3 times. You helped me with that, and it's really, really interesting to see what happens from time to time. Every time that I make this analysis or have it made, because I'm as worried as everyone else about what will show in the results. I really look forward to the next time, which will be maybe at the end of this year.
Yes, we are looking forward to taking part of that, and I might invite you back there to share more about that in detail. So, do you have any final words for today about your own unlearning challenge now?
Well, it's interesting to think in that way, because it's something that I never done before. Because unlearning is, well, it's a bit close to what I work with when I work with my to-don't list. The things that I want to get rid of. So unlearning and the to-don't list are really close. I have never really thought about this in the unlearning way, because it's like thinking backwards, if you understand what I mean.
Yeah, and it's challenging because we maybe we need to unlearn the way we are taking in new knowledge or asking ourselves these vital questions. So thank you for sharing that. I think it challenges you and others to reflect a bit more. It still challenges me, and it will probably continue to challenge me for a long, long time. And you've certainly been a very instrumental part of me getting to the space where I am right now, and then me showing up and sharing some of my ideas and some of my initiatives as well. So to that, I'd really like to thank you, Per, both for the 13 years so far, but also for sharing your perspective today on this topic, which is very dear to my heart. So thank you a lot, Per.
Oh, it's been a privilege, and I look forward to the next 13 years.
Yes, me too. If you want to learn more about Per Frykman and his work, or just get in touch with him, he welcomes you to contact him via LinkedIn. You will find him as Per, P-E-R, Frykman, F-R-Y-K-M-A-N, or at his website, perfrykman.com. Thank you so much for tapping in today. I'll be back next week with another episode, and meanwhile, happy unlearning.